David Rich here from the RCNetwork, and this has been probably one of my most anticipated parts that I've been kind of waiting to receive for my SCX10 trail honcho. Now, you'll see a bunch of parts and whatnot in front of you. Primarily, this is going to be a wheel and tire shoot, and I kind of want to show you which wheels I chose to go with, why I went with them, and also the tire choice. Let's go ahead and start with the tires. I'll show you the official package, and then I'll show you some of the detail of the actual tire. So these are called Pitbull tires, which I believe is the brand. I decided to go with something that was just not something I could get at my local shop like Proline or whatnot. So I opted to go with these. They're called Pitbull tires. This particular style is a 1.9 inch scale tire, and it's called the Rock Beast. Now they have this official compound that's called compound, and it does include a two-stage foam, which is definitely different from some of the Proline offerings out there. So all in all, these tires are slightly larger than your stock tire that came with your SCX10 trail honcho or pretty much any of the SCX10 vehicles. Now, back to that two-stage foam, let me go ahead and pull some of the foam out of here so you guys can see. And basically, there's a normal closed-cell foam, and then also kind of that memory foam that you'll see from some of the Proline offerings. Now, the reason why I believe they went with this is if you've used some of the Proline tires before with the memory foam, it kind of becomes a sloppy mess is what I call it, and your tire just kind of distorts and goes all over the place from the memory foam. Well, this one has the memory foam on one stage, and then it has this firmer type of foam towards the wheel, so you still have some firmness of the tire hitting the ground. So that's their option for this. Now, as far as the detail of the tire and the detail of the tread, hopefully you guys can see all that there. But definitely a very detailed lug, and I might be doing some altercations, or not altercations. I'm going to delete some of the lugs on this to give it a little bit more of an aggressive bite. So you'll see how there's a little step one right here, and then a larger one. So we'll have a separate video for that. But all in all, pretty impressed with these tires. They seem to be a very sticky compound. Very similar to the Prolines, of course, and I've already have one mounted up to the wheel choice, but let's talk about the wheel choice. I decided to go with a officially licensed wheel, and these are the Dick Cepek wheels. These are made specifically through RC4WD drive. They're an all aluminum wheels, so they're definitely some good quality there. They spent a lot of time making and machining these things to have some very tight tolerances. So now this is what RC4WD drive considers an internal beadlock, so it doesn't have that beadlock that you would find on the outside and then also on the inside of the wheel. But it uses kind of a two-stage design to get that bead of the tire and hold it in without having 46 screws on the outside and 46 on the inside. So they use a 6-bolt pattern design. I'll show you the inside right here. And just your standard 12mm hexes is what it holds. Now here's that internal beadlock that I was talking about. So basically all you do is you take off the rear beadlock, you go ahead and take off this kind of collar here, put on the tire, put the collar back in, and that's what kind of grabs onto that front beadlock, and then the back one you just put on like a normal beadlock, and that's it. So I have one mounted up here. Let's take a look at that, see how it looks on the tire. Very, very nice wheels. I opted to go with the gunmetal gray as the color of choice that is around the rim right there, and then of course the shiny raw aluminum around. Now there is a 5-bolt wheel nut cover, I guess we could call it. So definitely like that. Adds the little DC logo there. Also has a little Dick Cepek logo on the very top, little tine there. Hopefully if my camera will focus for us. And there it is. So all in all, very happy with these wheels and tires. Let's get some size comparisons so you guys know what to expect if you do buy these, or if you buy something similar that has a similar size. Here is the stock tire, and hopefully these will stay here so I can talk about it a little bit. And focus. There we go. All in all, the two tires, the Rock Beasts are definitely a larger scale tire. Did some measurements of it. The stock tire measures in height overall, and this is on the wheel, so that is slightly different from off the wheel, of course. About 4 3/8 inches is the stock. Now, the Rock Beast tires, a little bit taller, and if you look at their website, they call it the sweet spot of sizing of tires, and it's right over 4.5 inches. So you get a little bit more height to the tire, but the most important thing here is you also get the width. And I've measured these out with some calipers, and hopefully I'll show you guys here what it looks like as well with some calipers. We're going to do these in inches, of course. Now I'm not going to clamp down on the tire, so bear with that. But all in all, right about 1.5 inches in width there, and that's pretty healthy as far as fitting in there. And as far as the Rock Beast, let's open this up a little bit wider, and we're right about 1.7. So definitely got a little bit more girth to the tire. I should be pretty happy with how those will perform, and we'll go from there. So that's it for now, guys. Hopefully you like these tires and wheels. I definitely do. If you have any comments, questions, throw it on down below, and as always, if you like the channel, hit that subscribe button. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.